not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass captain publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, huh?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Ravens at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go.
From midfield now. Here's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
The precious guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Strike.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lance. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Steal. Check.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down.
52 blaster. Mega. Striker. Check striker. Check smash.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, Your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
Well, they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Yo. You are X.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Hands it off out of the gun. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Hey, middle. Middle. Hey, middle.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Eric Armstead with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Here we go.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Ready?
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss.
Here we go.
But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, check mega. Ready.
On play action, Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Trail, yellow. Spike, white. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 99 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
180. You. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Hey.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Dobbins trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Okay,
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Go red. Set.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the double.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like money. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Come on, set.
Don't need it all back at once. But you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Okay, ready?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. Now it's Lance. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit,
Here
they
we
got to
go.
do a
Here
much
we
better
go.
job in the run game. Caught behind the
You
line
don't
of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, cross steal.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Quick, ready? Hey, report. Hey, Ozzy. Ready. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Red, cycle. Pause red. Green jack. Cut.
Now a play fake. Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Watch out now. 50, yellow. Six, mega. Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ready. Check Fury.
Now Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Come on, 38. Ready.
On the counter, Mitchell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another run with Mitchell. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, report! Report!
From the gun, they'll try to run. 112 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Thanks a lot!
Jackson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
You at X. You at X.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On second down, they'll run it here. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss.
13. You.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, green. Drill green.
After that last run, Lance is going to throw it here. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is taken at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. There's still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey. 13.
No. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them,